In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go through some trials. We gotta go through some pain. We gotta go through some storms. We gotta go through some rain. This world can drive you insane, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for my life and the sins He's forgiven. Could never ever forget when I was pregnant in prison, when I was down on my luck for making terrible decisions. He had it all worked out. He had a beautiful vision. I thank God every day. Good morning, beautiful people. Word of Rapper here coming to you with the word of the day. I wanted to get back on speaking on verses related to trust in God, because you know what, I can speak on this all day, every day. I can give you guys scriptures on this all day, every day, because it's just that serious. So the word of the day, Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? This verse is a prayer of fearless confidence in God's protection, declaring, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Okay, we're going to break this down a little bit. This verse highlights that trust in God during trials, desiring to dwell in His presence, and waiting on the Lord to strengthen the heart is, what's important. Okay, and it breaks down into the protection in trouble. God's protection, which I speak on quite often. God promises to hide the faithful in His pavilion and set them upon a rock. Also speaks on the confidence in God, okay? The Lord is the strength of my life, making the speaker unafraid, which is David, unafraid of enemies or armies, okay? A desire for God's presence. The main desire is to dwell in the house of the Lord, is to behold in His beauty, okay? And also it's a call to action. This verse encourages seeking God's face, waiting on the Lord, being of good courage, and trusting in His strength. It's also a declaration of fearless trust in God as light, salvation, and a stronghold during adversity, okay? When I say fearless, I mean you got to be fearless when it comes to trusting in God, okay? And also it speaks on the confidence in God. Once again, David declares that because God is His light and salvation, there is no reason to fear even when the armies attack. So no matter what you're up against, I don't care if it's a whole army up against you, trust and know that, you put your confidence in God and your trust in God. Who shall you fear? Whom shall you fear? Okay, it's a prayer for help, a plea for mercy, guidance, and protection from false witnesses and enemies, asking God not to hide His face, and also speaks on waiting in faith. The psalm concludes with an exhortation to wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord with good courage, trusting in His goodness to be revealed in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, trust in God, and believe that, always believe that the Lord is the light and the salvation. And, and just whom shall you fear? No one, absolutely no one. Trust God, believe in God. I want you guys to take this and stand on it. Know that I love you. God loves you more. Word of rapping, I'm out.
What if I told you one medical mistake could steal your voice? I'm Ava Bently. I sang for fun, dreaming of country stages. Then a devastating medical error damaged my vocal cords, and sometime later, heart failure silencing that dream in an instant. But I refused to let that be the end of my story. I discovered something revolutionary, AI, that could bring my music to life. Today, I'm not just singing again, I'm shaping history as an AI-powered female country artist. Using cutting-edge AI tools, I craft lyrics, shape melodies, and produce fully realized songs from my ideas. Collaborating with technology the way an artist collaborates with a producer. My musicianship guides every choice. My voice was taken, but my artistry found a new way to soar. This isn't just about tech, it's about my resilience, reinvention, and the power of creativity to overcome loss, even heart failure. My story shows how innovation can amplify the human spirit and open doors I never imagined. Ready to hear what the future of country music sounds like? Stream my AI-created songs on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, and all major platforms. Then share, follow, and become part of the next chapter in music history. Don't just witness history, listen to it.
AI, identity, and authenticity. Okay.
Yes.
So just jumping straight into it. Some people fear that AI will replace artists. You've used it to rescue your artistry. So what do people misunderstand most about your relationship with AI?
Yeah, good question. So, AI is a tool. It's a technology we as humans can use to enhance things that we are working on. In my case, music by happenstance. I feel like it was a destiny in some, form or fashion. But I was not that familiar with AI. And I get it. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to replace my job. It's going to replace musical artists.
Yeah. A lot
I
of misconceptions
disagree.
out there with it. Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
I disagree. It's just like any other technology. We've been afraid of other technologies before in
Mm-hmm.
the past, but it's just like any other technology. And we have to learn to use it and work with it. And then it brings us such powerful outcomes. And in my case, I had played with the AI music about a year and a half ago, but I was doing it just on like, I'm just kind of exploring. And
Playing around.
I wrote a couple of birthday songs and then a couple of little love songs, but I really just wasn't doing all that much with it until about 3 months ago, I learned I was having heart failure.
Oh, God.
And let me tell you, that will sit you down real quick when you are
Mm-hmm.
faced with a mortality like that.
You've been through a lot. Good God
I
Almighty.
have been
God,
through a lot,
God bless you.
and I decided to leave my job because 2.5 years ago I wasn't feeling well, but I didn't know what it was. And right after I put my hand up to leave, they were doing downsizing, and they granted me the request because I thought I just need to take a break. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just tired,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I learned of my heart failure and that I needed major heart surgery.
God.
And that sat me down on the couch, and that's when I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? And out of just boredom, because you can't work, you can't do whole lot while I was waiting for the surgery to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I started to play with the AI music, and there were songs coming to my head, and I don't know why. And
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, like anything I see on TV or I hear a story, I just start writing a song. It's
I
just in
love it.
my head. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, I got to do something with this. I need an outlet. It was just like it's hard to describe. I just couldn't stop hearing it. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't function. The songs just kept coming, like angels singing through my head. Uh,
Right.
and so I started to write with the AI music. And then a friend of mine who's now producing my music, we were just talking one day, and I said, yeah, I'm just working on this AI music. He's like, what? He's like, I am too. And I'm like, what? And so we shared each other's songs, and he said, I can put your songs on the radio. He has a radio station. And so we did, and we got very positive feedback. Then I got very serious about the AI music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm writing full albums. I'm training my vocal twin. This is really important, right? My earlier music, I didn't know how to do that. And what I want to, really stress to people is there's a learning curve with this technology.
It
It's not,
is.
oh, you just push a button and this happens.
Oh,
No,
no, it's not.
no.
I'm still learning. Yeah.
Yes, and it's hard. So some of my early music, I picked sounds that were similar to mine, but now I've trained my vocal twin. So songs you're hearing and coming out are all my vocal twin who's fully trained on singing for me, can carry in the notes I can't. But
Mm-hmm.
that took a
I
great deal
love it.
of effort. And when I went through my, procedure, and then when I came back out, and you go down to the depths, right? When you do major heart surgery, you're going to the depths.
I bet.
You're knocking on heaven's door.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
when I came out, I heard the music in a way I've never heard. It was in my head before, but now I hear it in a way, and I have the ability to craft songs way better than I did
Mm.
before I went in. And the newer music, I think, is going to be explosive
I'm telling you, it
coming
is.
out.
There's no thinking about it. You are such an inspiration, Ava. Man, if it ain't enough to go through what you went through with your voice, and then the heart failure, my God. you're definitely here for a reason.
Mm,
And I love witnessing the fact that you are walking in your purpose and you are defeating so many odds. And even during our downtime where God is sitting us down and we're going through so many changes, whether it's health or whatever the case may be, that is the time when a lot of people don't realize it, that some people use that time in the wrong way. When
yeah,
God sits us down like that and we're going through some real life challenges and our faith is being tested, that's when God is speaking us the most. And thank God that you listen to your voice, the voice of God, to get creative and to do something different. That's different. AI, I mean,
yeah.
wow.
It's
So
it's revolutionary, and I'm here at the AI conference. This is what I was doing. It was the AI summit of the top who's who of AI creators,
God,
and I literally just it was so mind blowing and moving and showing me. I needed this to show me the next level of where I need to be going with my music and who Ava Bently is and this creator of AI. And I'm a hybrid model. And what
mm-hmm.
does that mean? A hybrid model means I'm using my likeness. I am not an avatar, which you will see a lot of the AI creators are avatars.
Yeah,
And I'm not dissing that. I think they're beautiful models and they're so super cool. But I also think people have a healthy fear of AI. And I am the hybrid. I'm the crossover of I am Ava Bentley. I am, capable of getting on a stage and performing with my vocal twin. And I can go and speak on my behalf as, Ava Bentley. And I love the avatar, but I want people to see this is a technology, it's a tool. There are real people behind it, and some of the creators are visible and demonstrating that. But I'm really trying to demonstrate that we don't have to be afraid of this tool. I'm a
yeah,
walking, you know, example of that, that I'm using this to help bridge the gap where I have a deficit to
yeah,
enhance and enrich, my ability to bring music to the world that was taken from me by a medical
yeah.
error and then a heart condition that forced me to sit down and reinvent myself.
Wow,
And
that's
I know a
powerful.
lot of people would have just folded in, folded
Yeah,
and threw in the towel. Not me. I
yeah,
know I needed to get up and I needed to find another path because the path I was on was no longer feasible for me to achieve or grow. And
yes,
I did not want to fail. I wanted to get up and be a shining example of you can get knocked down and you can get back up and you can reinvent yourself.
Ava.
Don't be afraid to just try.
I love what you just said. I actually wrote a song called Get Up, and that's what you just said was kind of one of the lines in the song. And yes, that's powerful. I want you guys, can you say that one more time for the people in the back? That last part, just the
Yeah,
last part of what you just said.
if
Can you
you get
reiterate
knocked
it?
down, yeah, if you get knocked down, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself and get back up and just try. You don't know what the outcome will
You
be.
don't know what the outcome would be. Yes, and I'm piggybacking off that. Absolutely. And she said it well. I mean, and anybody out there that's going to be catching this, whether it's, live on television or replay, that's some powerful words right there. We are, you're an inspiration once again. And I'm big on inspiration and inspiring people to just go for it. You know what I mean? No matter what happens. So you answered so many of my other questions, which was how do you answer critics who say using AI means the music isn't real? And it's like I said, I know you said it's a tool,
Yep.
but gosh, man, especially in a genre built on authenticity like country.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, and I write from the heart.
I can tell.
Literally, I write from the heart, and I laugh and tell people I'm a walking country song. And
Oh, right here.
I have had my pity parties. I have sat in a corner and cried my eyes out, asking why is this all happening
Me too, yes.
to me? And you have to have those breakdowns. You have to grieve
Yeah.
what you're experiencing
Yeah.
because that's how you get through it. You got to power through. And
You got
sometimes you just got to cry it out. And and then I take to writing songs, and I've had a lot of setbacks in my life from my father leaving when I was a little girl. My mother had multiple sclerosis. She was
to.
working multiple jobs. I saw her just struggle, for many, many years trying to take care of two young children while she was sick. And then, me having the special needs child and the vocal cord, mishap and the heart failure. I literally am a walking country song. My, husband left me, he took my dog, like I've got it. It's happened to me.
Mm,
And, I've got so many stories to tell of my very own, but I
yeah.
also listen to other people's stories, my friends, family, and I'm writing their stories too. And I see
What a
somebody,
gift.
yeah,
What a,
and then I literally hear one word and it starts playing in my head. It
yeah.
just becomes a song. It just grows and grows. And next thing you know, I'm sitting down at the computer,
Yeah.
writing the lyrics, putting it into, the platform and producing a song. And
Yeah.
so it just
That's
comes to
dope.
me in ways that I can't really always describe
I
to people
understand.
because it just starts filling my head. Everything I hear is a song basically. I don't know if other people experience that. I've talked to some people who have, or I've heard some, but that's how there's always music playing in my head, always.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
I can
cool.
definitely relate. And I love how you siphon that, the downloads and just, putting it into creative forms, man. Let's just talk about, I'm gonna get back on striking a chord. I want to talk about just a little bit about motherhood and motivation because mother to mother,
Mhm.
um, you know, I mean, you raising a special needs. How's your daughter doing first and foremost?
She's good. She's got very, very limited capability. We reached a point in time where I couldn't care for her by myself anymore. She's in a wonderful, wonderful place
Okay.
that cares for her every day. They are absolutely angels on earth. I can't be more thankful of these individuals who care for her, day to day. And I'm always her mother. I'm always checking on her. I'm her guardian. I'm her advocate. When she comes home, I'm her nurse, I'm her mother, her
Yeah.
caretaker, and it's a big job. But she's settled into, like we said, she's 33, so she's settled into. She lives with other girls who are her age. They have similar cognitive ability and physical capability. So they do stuff. They go outings, they go to little dances, and so she's out there living the best life she possibly can,
That's good.
uh,
And that's all that
given
matters.
circumstances.
That's all that matters. That's all
Yeah.
that matters. What did motherhood teach you about time, sacrifice, and chasing a dream that refuses to die? And I say refuses to die because you're resilient. I'm resilient as well. So tell me, what did that teach you?
Well, I think, when you become a mother, that is your very top priority, and you'll do anything to care for that child, protect that child. And in my case, I had a sick child, so everything was, I thought where there was a will, there was a way. I thought somehow I would
Amen.
heal her. And, unfortunately, I learned, at some point in time that that's not possible. She was beyond repair. I actually have a song about this that will come out, about her diagnosis and, what I faced as a mother because her father, we just didn't work out, and,
I
he went,
understand.
in his direction, but it was me left standing to be everything that she needed to be and more. And I was young, I was uneducated, but I was tenacious and I was never going to give up on her.
I
And
love that.
and so
And
that,
look how God has blessed you. God will, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
Double for your trouble.
yeah.
Um, and God is always watching us. I know that you've been through some trying moments.
Mhm.
I don't know what it feels like to raise a special needs child, but I do have family and friends that I've, that's been dealt with that, still dealing with
Yeah.
it. And so look how God is. I'm glad to know that your daughter's in a happy place, living her best life, and now you're at the point now where you found your purpose. You know what I mean? Especially in today's time with technology. Once again,
Right.
you are in a position, a groundbreaking position, to do some wonderful things and inspire other people to do the same. So kudos to you,
Thank you.
Ava Bentley. And I know that you have an upcoming album called Timeless. Talk to me about that just a little bit, because we don't do spoiler alerts around here.
Right. No, this one's actually out. There will be another
Oh,
one coming in the
it
very
is
near
out.
future. Timeless is out. It's out on all of the major streaming platforms,
Oh,
being played on some FM radio stations globally, I just learned. So
congratulations.
it is a creation of storytelling on my behalf, as well as a very close friend of mine helped me collaborate on a few of the songs on, some of the stories, some of his pain that he had gone through in his life. For instance, Ghost in the Mirror is about the tragic death of his son.
Oh, wow.
He had written this beautiful poem, and when he shared it with me, I'm like, would you mind if I wrote a song around this? And so I didn't use all of the lines in the poem. I picked up on really key elements of it, and then I wrote my own rendition of what I see in him, and the poem is what he sees in himself from the death. And
Thank you
and
for
so
explaining.
I wrote it from that, perspective, and it's so beautiful, and it's got a video that goes with it too, and it really captivates and encapsulates the death a parent, or the impact a parent feels when they have a loss of a child. And
Oh
it's
my God.
so different when you're being told that your child will never be on, the capability of a 2-year-old, and it's a very devastating blow.
Gotcha.
But a death goes, a bridge further, and
Right.
a piece of you dies when a child dies, and I get that from him.
Yeah.
And so that song is really about the death of his child. In that sense. There's another one called Legacy Lost, and it also is the after effect, talking in the terms of the father, yet again, understanding like what he's never going to have because
Mm.
this child is gone. So that's another one that's on there. And then there's other ones that are like, love, found and love lost, and looking for our soulmates. So things like Twin Flame, Dreams are, about finding and always looking for our one true love.
Yeah.
And then there's Lost, right? Just Not Enough is about two
Yeah.
people, no matter how much they love one another, you just can't make it work. There are just so many circumstances and things working against you that you sometimes have to say, we might be better off apart than
Yes.
together. And,
Hey, you know what? That's
and that
powerful.
may be best for both of us. And it
Yeah.
takes two adults to have that level of emotional maturity to say,
Yes. Because
I love you, but I'm not the best thing in this world for
yeah,
you.
love is not enough. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whew, that was powerful.
In a world of code and dreams, where the pixels dance and gleam, voices rise a symphony. Together we create you and me. I am the rhythm, I am the beat, I am the music. Feel the heat from the sparks of data. Let it start. In every note, let's make art. With every line, a spark ignites. Colors blend, our future writes. In this space where we belong, crafting magic, singing strong. I am the rhythm, I am the beat, I am the music. Feel the heat from the sparks of data. Let it start. In every note, let's make art. Whispers of the past, echoes of the new. In every creation, faithful guide. In the music we find our place together. Let's embrace this space.
Tired of old school cable internet slowing you down? Let Tech Savvy Sales and Marketing Group help you make the switch. We are a leading provider of internet, home automation, security, and TV services, offering high-speed solutions tailored to your needs. Thanks to partnerships with top providers like AT&T Fiber, Vivint, Kinetic Windstream, Brightspeed Fiber, and DirecTV, we can connect you with amazing deals. For example, switching from Spectrum Cable to AT&T Fiber can boost your upload speeds by up to 25 times, providing plenty of bandwidth for smart home devices, streaming, gaming, and work. No more lag or slowing down. Our highly trained professionals offer free personal consultations, and unlike other providers, we go above and beyond with direct communication and doorstep visits to find the best solution, tailored to your exact needs. Call us today to schedule your free consultation or visit our website for more information on our services.
In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go through some trials. We gotta go through some pain. We gotta go through some storms. We gotta go through some rain. This world can drive you insane, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for my life and the sins He's forgiven. Can never ever forget when I was pregnant in prison, when I was down on my luck for making terrible decisions. He had it all worked out. He had a beautiful vision. I thank God every day for this life that I'm living. Being able to make a way to provide for my children. I won't stop till I run up a million. And when I run up a million, then I'ma run up a billion. Don't believe me, just watch. You witnessing the top notch. And I'm gon' shine cause it's my time, like the hands on the clock. As long as God is my rock, number one is my spot. I reinvented myself. Used to be cold, now I'm hot. About my past I forgot, but I could never forget. Cause I don't live there anymore like an evicted tenant. So when you speak on my name, put me up there with the greatest. Cause I ain't gon' stop no matter what. Nothing but love for my haters. In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go